Hi friends, welcome to Sri Sai IT Hub. In this video of Core Java Programming, we are going to discuss the following topic: Inheritance in Java classes. So first of all, we'll understand what is inheritance. So inheritance is a principle of object-oriented programming. So it is one of the principles, four basic principles of object-oriented programming. Then what is inheritance? So the basic definition of inheritance goes like this: getting or acquiring, properties. So properties means data members or variables from getting or acquiring properties and functions. Functionality also you can say. Functionality. So functionality means methods from existing class to new class is called inheritance. So getting or acquiring data members and methods from existing class into new class is known as inheritance. So let us try to demonstrate this with a small example here. Now let us say that you have a class A. Right? Now in this class A you have int x comma y, and you have one void display method. Right? Now in this display method here will print x value and y values. So this is class A, right? So now I'm going to do inheritance of this class A to the class B. So how to do inheritance? So to perform inheritance we use extends keyword. So extends is the keyword which is mainly used to perform inheritance, right? So example goes like this: class B extends A. So class B extends A. Right, now let us say that in class B we have data members p comma q int, and we have one method, show method. Now inside this show method we are going to print p value and q values. So when we say here extends A, what is happening here? So from base class x, y display method are inherited to subclass. So in subclass we have x, y and also display method. So this is what is inheritance: getting data members and methods from existing class to the new class is known as inheritance, and it is done with the keyword extends keyword. Right, so now some small important points here. Existing class. So what is that existing class here? Class A is called base class or parent class or super class. Right, so class A, right? So this existing class is called as base class, or parent class or super class. And then we have class B extends A, right? So class B extends A. So here we can take it like this, right? So class A and then giving derivation to class B. So here class B is called as base means derived class, or parent means child class, or super means subclass. Okay, so and new class. Okay, so this new class, which is B, is called as, okay, derived class or child class and subclass. Okay, right, so this is what is the important point which you are supposed to understand with existing class, base class, parent class and superclass, and the new class is derived class, child class and subclass. Okay, right, so here the important, one more important point goes like this here. Always remember, subclass is more powerful, okay, than base class or superclass. Okay, so why subclass is more powerful than base class? Okay, so the reason goes like this. In subclass, we have its own members. Okay, own members. Own members means data members and methods, and also base class members. Okay, so base class members means base class data members and methods. Okay, right, so let us try to take the same example. So let us have class A. Okay, so in class A we have X, Y, and we have display method. Okay, right, so let us take class B. So class B extends A. Okay, so class B is subclass for A, or it is a derived class for class A, base class A. So here we have, okay, X, Y and display method, and then here we'll also have P, Q and show method. So that is the reason why subclass is more powerful than base class. It has more data members and more methods. Okay, so here class B has more data members and more methods when compared to the base class. When compared to base class. Okay, so just create an object of subclass. So when you create an object of subclass, we can access base class members and subclass members. Okay, right, so creating object of subclass. Okay, so just create an object of subclass. Okay, so when we create an object of subclass, okay, using that we can access both base class members and subclass members. Okay, so using subclass object we can access both base class members and also subclass members, and that is the reason why subclass is more powerful than base class. So let us take one small example for this. So class B object is equals to new class B constructor. Okay, and then using object of subclass we can access X, we can access Y, we can access display method. Okay, right, and then using obj we can also access P, Q and show method. Right, so subclass is more powerful than base classes. So access base class members and also access its own subclass members. All are accessible. So it has more properties and more functionality. Okay, so it means subclass object. So what is a subclass object here? Obj has more properties. So more properties means more data members and more functionality. Okay, so more functionality means more usage. So this is what is base class and subclass, which is done with extends keyword. Right, so let us try to do a small program. Okay, so we'll call this program name as inheritance demo1.java. Okay, so program to demo inheritance in Java classes. Right, so let us take this program and put it in the form of a example. Right, so take a new page, program to demo inheritance in Java classes. So take class A. So inside class A, we'll take int x comma y, two data members, void display method. So inside the display method, we'll say here system dot out dot println. So I'll write here base class A. Okay, right, and I'll display x value and y value. So x value is plus x. So similarly, I will also display y value plus y. So this is base class. I'll write it as b.c, base class or parent class. So similarly, I'll take one subclass also. So class B extends A. So this is subclass of base class A. Okay, so here I'll take P, Q and show method. Now inside the show method, I will display subclass B. Here I'll display P value plus P and then Q value plus Q. And then finally we'll say main class inheritance demo1. So main class contains main method. We'll take it as public static void main string of args. Okay, right, so let us save the main class program. So we'll take this as something like d colon core Java programs folder inheritance demo1 dot java. Okay, right, so in the main class we'll just create an object of subclass b obj assignment operator new operator constructor b. Okay, now using obj subclass object b, we can access x value. Let us assign it to 10. Okay, next we'll assign obj dot y something like 20 base class member, and we'll say obj dot display. So it will display base class members x, y, 10, 20 respectively. And after that, using obj, I'll access subclass own members p 100 and then q 200. Then I'll say obj dot show, which will display 100 and 200. So using subclass object, we can access x, y display base class members and also p, q show subclass members. So this is what is a specialty of inheritance. Okay, which means the main advantage of inheritance is reusability of base class members in subclass without creating base class object. So let us try to compile and run this program. So come to the command line, go to your working directory in command prompt, d colon core Java programs and programs folder. So say Java C inheritance demo 1.java. So if our program does not have any mistake, it will compile successfully. So simply say inheritance demo 1, run this using Java command. So no need to use dot class, it is taken automatically. Right, so simply run this. So using subclass object, we have access to both base class A, X and Y, and subclass B, P and Q. So subclass object can access both base class members and subclass members, data members and methods without creating base class object. So this is called as reusability. So the main advantage of inheritance is reusability. Okay, right. So note, the final note point goes like this. So advantage of inheritance is, okay, so first one, reusability of code. So reusability of code from base class to subclass. So without creating object of subclass, we can access base class members in subclass. Okay, so you can say it like this: without creating object of base class, comma, using subclass object, we can access base class members as well as subclass members. So this is what is reusability of code in inheritance. Right, so this is what is inheritance in Java classes. Reusability of base class members in subclass members. So finally, thank you for watching this video. Do like and share this video. Have a nice day.